I've actually got a new snow map in one of my other worlds as well, and I've been experimenting with something, particularly hidden bases. And after I got done doing it, I got to thinking the stuff up top really wasn't necessary. So I was thinking about a good way to hide your base. And the way best way I've found to do stuff like that is to find a giant patch of dirt like this, or sand if you really need to have, if you really have to worry about people coming, you know, to your base quite often, is to find sand like near water like this. And what you do is you build downwards until you get, I don't know, like say 4 or 5 under, depending on if you want just 2 high or 3 high, so you've actually got some space down there. Oh, I gotta put my workbench back out, don't I? You can take wood, you make yourself some sticks, right? And currently ladders stop sand from just falling in because it takes up a whole block by itself. I'm not sure if Notch will keep it like that. Like sand will completely stop sand from coming, or a ladder will completely stop sand from coming in. But for now it works, so it's totally usable. And for the sake of demonstration, we'll just use one ladder here, but theoretically you would have, you know, you would go down a couple more and then build out that way. Like, there we go. Get back up here and cover that up. I did it wrong. I should have put the wool block up here, so it's actually covered over. And depending on how, you know, how much work you want to put in, you can make your stuff really well hidden. Like you could put it under layer after layer after layer of sand, and then have a hidden ladder under like one of them that only you know where it goes. And then what you do is you get yourself up to the top of the ladder, wherever you want to do it, and you just do that. And it's pitch dark in here. Let me turn on the lights. There we go. You can see you're completely hidden down here. There's nothing really... There's no way of knowing that you're actually there, as opposed to somewhere else. Because if you look, there's no difference. You'd never know that there's a hole down in here. Nope. See? And it takes... I mean, you really got to do this to how you know where it is. Best way of doing it would be some kind of landmark nearby that, you know, an admin or something doesn't want people destroying. Like, say from here. From the corner of our tower here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And it's just 5 out. You know, you come over to the corner of the tower, count 1, 2, 3, 5. Voila! There's our hole to our base. Cover yourself back up. And there we go. First, a lot of this stuff comes from, you know, survival multiplayer. People trying to think of ways to keep bandits and shit out of their base and away from their stuff. I just thought it was a neat little idea for a base. You know, even in single player, it's something unobtrusive that doesn't sit out on the landscape, but yet you can make as giant as you want underground. As opposed to something like this, which is, you know, going to end up being ginormous into the skybox. Oops. Just trying to touch the sky there. Should give us an accurate measurement of how many more we need. What the? How the... I think there's a cave up there. I mean... Zombies just sitting there, looking around, probably trying to get out at me. What the f... And there's flying pigs! Whatever. Actually, looks like we had just the right amount to finish off our little greenhouse here. Awesome. Let's go mess around with that zombie real quick. Because now I am definitely intrigued by it. Partially as in how the hell he got up there. Yes, yes, we hear you making noise, Mr. Zombie. We only want to kill you. I don't want to get too close though, because they have broken range. Well, I shouldn't say they have broken range. They have a broken hitbox. Their hitbox is like huge. See, I can hit him all the way out here, but the bad part is he can also hit me from really far away, which is annoying. Can't use sand. What do you have on hand? That'll work. Yeah, nothing in here. He spawned in this little bitty hole. For what purpose, I have no idea, but... Hey, we'll let him have it, I guess. We'll even leave that hole there in case more spawn. So they can jump down to their doom. There we go. It's another reason why I put this light back here. So there's less of a chance for zombies to spawn in the hole back there. But we are in dire need of coal. So while we're at it, we're going to start looking for that stuff. And the best place to start would probably be around this level. Search of coal, and instead we find a nice patch of iron, which we really can't use until we find coal. I actually think I'm going to have to go mine some of that surface coal so I can keep mining. There we go. And there's a couple of different ways to go about mining. I've found this hallway method to be the most effective, because you cover the most ground while also running into the most amount of ores in most cases. Lock that up so they can't spawn back there. But hey, whatever mining method works for you is probably the best one you should stick with. Some people like open pit mining, some people like shaft mining, some people like strip mining, which is where you mine in from the top down. There's been a lot of arguments going on about... We managed to find our hole. There's been a lot of arguments going on about what strip mining is in the Minecraft community, because people typically call strip mining, a ginormous hole that they built to dig down into, when that's not the case. Strip mining is something more along the lines of this. It's where you strip away the stuff on top to get at the ore below. So say there was, let's say this wool is a coal piece here. And what you do to get at that coal piece is you strip away everything above it, from the surface down. Like that. See, you left with this giant hole. There we go. Right. There's a good patch of coal. There's some. Trying to see and make sure nothing's gonna fall down on my face. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be that lucky because it's pretty dark. I don't think you guys can even see this, because I can barely see it. There we go. Using our tree branches here. Aha! coal. Enough of it to make some torches with enough left over for our iron. Let's see. That's coal. That's coal. Kind of hard to tell the difference in the dark. Oh, let's get out of there. It's hurting my eyes. There we go. Especially now that we have what we came for. Block that off. Oh, look. The crops are running. And this is what a crop looks like when it's fully ready, is this right here. You can break these and you'll get a seed back in most cases, but you're not going to get any wheat. When it's fully grown like this, it'll turn, the whole thing will turn like a dark brown. As you can kind of see, this is turning down here at the bottom. But the whole thing from top to bottom will be like a really, you know, deep color brown at the tip and then slowly fading down into brownish from the bottom at those brown stalks. And then when you hit it, you get seeds back and wheat. And 3 wheat like that there can be used to turn into bread. Oh, gotta till our dirt. There we go. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Take 3 wheat in a line like this, and you get bread. And yes, you don't have to bake bread in this game. At least you don't have to yet, anyhow. Smelt our iron. You know, the metal stuff that you use to make picks and stuff. Yeah. I totally didn't forget what that was. Right, what are we gonna do? While that one's cooking, let's take one of our coal pieces here and smelt our pork. Because bread is okay, it heals for 4, but pork is better. In case you run into monsters, better store this up here. You don't want to end up losing it. And our pork is ready. Ooh! Ow. That was smart. Torches to work with. That isn't enough, we're pretty much just SOL. And now we keep going. Search of resources. And you guys might see some time skips here as well, because mining like this is, you know, it's efficient, but it's really not, you know, fun to watch. So, don't be surprised if you see me skipping ahead here randomly. I promise though, I won't leave out, you know, parts where creepers randomly drop in from above, or I fall into some giant pit and get eaten by monsters.